Week 4 of action was jam-packed as all 7 WCHA teams competed and 6 teams playing in conference matchups. There were some big upsets and new records set within these games, and I'm bringing all those highlights to you. Welcome into Inside the WCHA. I'm your host, Rachel Herzog, and let's take a look at the series between the undefeated Wisconsin Badgers and the newly born team, the Long Island University Sharks. The Badgers flew out to New York to take on the LIU Sharks. Darryl Watts scored within the first minute of the game, and Sophie Shirley tallies 2 more goals to help contribute to Wisconsin's 10-2 win on Friday night. Sophie Shirley brought that same goal-scoring power as she recorded a hat trick in Saturday night's contest, leading the Badgers to a whopping 12-0 score on Saturday, completing the weekend sweep. The Badgers fired 80 shots on net, setting a WCHA record for the most shots recorded in a single game. Minnesota State hosted 9th-ranked Ohio State in a WCHA matchup. Friday night's game was pushed into overtime, but freshman forward Kelsey King was the Mavericks' hero as she scored in the 3-on-3 overtime, earning Minnesota State the extra conference point. Both teams came out hard on Saturday and found themselves in overtime once again after senior Jinsey Dunn scored for the Buckeyes in the 3rd period. This contest went into a shootout, and the Mavericks clinched the extra point for night 2 as senior captain Emily Antony capitalized in the shootout. Bemidji State hosted the 8th-ranked Minnesota Duluth at the Sanford Center. The Beavers scored 3 unanswered goals on Friday night, and 2 coming from senior forward Haley Mack, pushing past the Bulldogs 4-2. The Beavers weren't done yet as they came out strong against the Bulldogs again on Saturday. Beaver powerhouse Haley Mack once again scored both goals for Bemidji State, and Lauren Bench stood strong between the pipes to upset the Bulldogs 2-1 on the night, taking a huge sweep on the weekend. St. Cloud State headed down to Ritter Arena to take on the Minnesota Gophers. Grace Sumwinkle tallied 3 points to lead Minnesota to a 3-0 win over the Huskies on Saturday night. Sunday was a tight matchup as senior forward Dana Rasmussen scored for the Huskies in the 3rd to tie the game at 1, but Emily Brown notched her 2nd goal of the game, leading the Gophers to an eventual 4-2 win, leaving the weekend with a sweep. 4 WCHA teams ranked in the top 10, 2 big upsets, and a new conference record set. Just when you think this league can't get any better, these teams continue to set the bar higher and higher. Well, that's all I have for this week's edition of Inside the WCHA, but join me back next week to see what this conference has up its sleeve. At this point, you'll never know, so you won't want to miss it.